Hello, and welcome to the Cuban Marriage information video. This video is an instructional video for Canadian permanent residents or citizens who wish to marry a Cuban citizen in Cuba. Unfortunately, it is not as simple as just flying to Cuba and marrying a Cuban citizen. There is a specific legal process that must be followed so that your marriage will be deemed valid in Canada. If you follow the process correctly, you will be issued a Cuban marriage certificate, and you and your spouse will be considered legally married in both Cuba and Canada. In this video, we will explain the following steps towards getting married in Cuba. What are the documents you must obtain in Canada? For a Canadian-born person wishing to marry a Cuban in Cuba, you must first obtain certain documents while in Canada to prove your identity and marital status. The first document is your long-form birth certificate, which must be obtained from the province in which you were born. If you have been married before, you must also provide your marriage certificate, as well as proof of this marriage being dissolved, such as a divorce certificate. Immigrant can obtain any documents you need for an additional fee, or offer you advice on how to obtain them yourself. We will also provide you with a single status declaration that you must sign. This document, along with your birth and any other certificates, must all be notarized. When you have your documents in order, you may travel down to Cuba to begin the marriage process there. What documents need to be obtained in Cuba? Your future spouse in Cuba must also obtain the same documents, such as a birth certificate, but the process is much easier since they are Cuban and living in Cuba. The authorities that will perform your marriage will direct you to the appropriate office for your spouse to obtain their documents, a process that can be done in a day. The fee will also be around 600 to 800 convertible pesos, which is pegged to the US dollar. Getting married in Cuba. Once you have obtained all of the required documents for both yourself and your future spouse in Cuba, you can perform the wedding ceremony. You will receive your marriage certificate in a few days after your ceremony. The marriage certificate is legal proof of your marriage in Cuba. If you wish to sponsor your new spouse to Canada, this is one of the many documents you will need. When should I think about sponsorship? We recommend that you get started on your sponsorship at the same time you begin the marriage process. Take advantage of your trip to Cuba by getting your spouse to sign all of the sponsorship forms then. Immigrant can take you through the marriage and sponsorship process. If you have any questions or would like to speak to a representative, you may contact us toll-free at 1-866-760-2623 or visit our website at www.immigrant.com. We wish you the best of luck.